Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome to Pineview Drive, Homeless. I'm Kamchak Fisco, and come join me for the next stop on the Pineview Horror Express. Remember, if you're pregnant or you have circulatory disease, do not play this game. You may die of a heart attack. It's not that scary. Silent Future. I don't know if this is Dis or Viz. I honestly don't. I'd have to check the actual site to see. I think it's Viz Games, but I could be wrong. It could be Dis Games, because Dis is hell. Pineview Drive. Homeless. The past games of this have been suspenseful, some decent atmosphere. The only complaint I had about Pineview Drive was that the way it dragged, them adding new elements, the new creepy thing you had to avoid was cool, but there were certainly points where it dragged, and I genuinely don't even remember the ending of Pineview Drive. I'll have to go back and watch it. So I know our character was trying to find his wife, and I don't even remember how it ended. I honestly don't. Which shows how much more my mind prioritized the getting through the nights without dying of a heart attack than the storyline ending, which is kind of messed up. So let's see what happens in this one. So I know we play a homeless man that arrives at Pineview Drive after the events have taken place in the previous 3 games. So the place is haunted as fuck. I'm guessing that's us.
My name is Miles Roberts. I've been in the Army for a long time. After my last assignment, I never found my way back to normal life. Since then, I've been traveling across the country and trying to forget what I've experienced. I've seen a lot of things in my life, but this one night was the worst of my life. Even if no one ever wanted to believe me, everything I'm telling you now is true.
The narrative is under the assumption that we survived.
One night I wandered near the East Coast as a thunderstorm came up. To take cover from the storm, I searched for a place to sleep for the night.
I kind of wish I could hit escape to change the volume levels.
Almost as if summoned, I found an old, abandoned country house. Thinking of a roof over my head and a hot meal, I went to the house. If I had known what awaited me in this house that night, I would never have gone inside.
No, you couldn't have known, because you didn't know the stories of Pineview Drive. Yeah, basically, it's like Rambo's story. Alright, so I'm going to see if I can turn the volume of the voice up, the music down a little bit, and sound effects down a little bit. Because he was quieter than the car or the music. Nice lighting effect. It's 10 p.m., 10 hours to sunrise. Welcome to the game Pineview Drive Homeless. Can I not? I can't hit escape, it won't let me. Shift to sprint. So I'll explain the mechanics in this as we go.
Let's hope this house is really abandoned and that there's a way inside of it.
Last time we had to find the key, so I'm like curious if there's anything they have like hidden in the game. One of the pivotal things about the mechanics in this is you're not follow the path to escape. By doing so, you'll give up and end the game. I kind of want to do that so I can change the sound settings. If you're moving, any variation of movement will actually cause you to trigger what's... If you react to a jump scare, if your mouse moves at all, if you suddenly change directions or you don't keep your momentum, you're considered scared, because typically that would be accurate. Oh, it's just volume. Okay, well, fine, never mind. if you're sprinting, even if you're already sprinting during a jump scare is considered being afraid, which is stupid, because if I'm already sprinting, shouldn't I stop sprinting so it actually, counts as consistent movement? But that's not how it works, and apparently I can't skip this, so I apologize. So basically, we need to keep constant movement, which led to me doing weird things in the first one, like sliding sideways just to avoid looking at certain things that you could see from a distance or something that you knew would be a jump scare. Because if you see too many jump scares, your guy will drop dead of a heart attack, and you won't make it to the next day. In this case, the next hour, I'm guessing. 10 hours until dawn. So I'm guessing it's a similar premise, and the mechanics are going to be very similar. So if you make it through the night, your health for the most part carries over, but it does give you some of it back. So you can screw yourself in being unable to proceed and having to start over. But if you play it well, you should be able to get enough health back between the days that if you die, it's no big deal. You replay that last section again, and you move forward.
Cover from the storm.
You don't really reach a point of being totally, well, in the original you could, of being totally screwed. I don't know if this one is as unforgiving or is more forgiving. I'm hoping it's more forgiving. Because if we just get all of our sanity back between hours, it would make it a lot easier to beat this game. Because that was something that I actually got so screwed on the first one that I actually got to the final night, but my sanity was so screwed that I basically had to roll back and play the entire game again to get my sanity high enough to survive that final section. That sucked. I don't want to have to repeat that here. So, let's hope it's more forgiving this time. Last time it was the Scarecrow, the Clown Doll, and a couple other things that we had to be mindful of. I'm guessing it's going to be the same here. Okay, so I have to click out of the window, the back into the window for it to lock my window, because during the cutscene it unbinds my window to the screen. Okay, F is flashlight. We already start with one. Shift is sprint. That's the same as last time. I'm curious if there's collectibles, because there was things to be found the first time.
Let's hope this house is really abandoned and that there's a way inside of it.
I apologize for the volume discrepancies between him and the music and the game audio. I cannot do anything about it. I'm not seeing anything outside. There may not even be anything outside. I may just be assuming that there's collectibles. We need to rely on the lightning. It's going to be like mandatory. Oh, now I can pause the game. Gee, thanks. I'm going to turn the brightness up a little bit just to make it easier for us to see, and I do mean us. I'm going to go with about this high. I don't want it to be so high that we can see in the dark, but I want it to be high enough that we can actually see shapes near us, so even if our flashlight's dead, we're not boned. So this works like the last one. We're going to be writing a line of how often we want to have our, Yep, there's the snake statue. I'm going to be slowly remembering the layout of this place as we go, because I had to memorize it by the end of the first playthrough. We're going to want to conserve the battery as much as possible. I'm already hearing the ambience. So this game did really well with ambient noise, the Pineview Drive and the 2 free versions. Here's the wagon out back, and the batteries are on it, just like the first game. And on one of the nights when you come out back and you look into the ocean, you actually see a wrecked ship when the lightning flashes, and the next time it flashes, it's gone. Which was just creepy. They did a lot of interesting little mechanics. I'm curious to see what's going to carry over to this one. And our flashlight's always going to point low no matter what. Oh, great. Our friend, the ridiculously creepy Scarecrow, is back. Motherfucker looks like he's straight out of Jeepers Creepers. So we have the flashlights outside that we can grab before we move in. So I'm probably going to want to take a thorough look out here before we go inside. Okay, so E is, wait, E is use? I can't change my keybinds. Well, that's gonna suck. There were different supernatural events that happen as you progress through the house. Like, you would, if you were inside from the kitchen, which I had to play a couple of times to see the different triggers that we missed, and then I reintegrated them all into my YouTube Let's Play. Like, you would see the girl out here swinging on the swing set, a ghost girl. So there was quite a few elements that you wouldn't necessarily see unless you triggered them just right. And the music's already ramping up. So those are a pretty good job of being atmospheric and ambiance. Collect figures to get additional achievement. There are collectibles. So I'm guessing probably 1 per hour. So before we go inside, I'll want to grab the batteries just so we top off. This is like the last one. You either grab them or you lose them. And you can't store extras. It just tops off your supplies. Well, there's the overly noisy frogs already. Already ramping up the creepiness. Okay, front door's open. So let's go back and grab the batteries, then we'll come inside. I haven't even really used them yet, but I don't necessarily know what the trigger to end an hour will be. So I don't know. I'm going to try to grab everything as I go. And instead of it being 30 days, it's, oh, hard to exchange batteries if they die. So we do carry extras. Okay. I don't remember if we didn't one or not, because there are some games where you don't carry shit, there's some you do. I don't know if that's changed or if it actually was the way it was in the first one. I got this like loud in my ears too, so the ambiance is going to be... With this game, you got to play with headphones, you got to play with the ambiance up, because it will fuck with you. How good is the visibility, Bees? Is it enough that you guys can see shapes like I can?
Everything is quiet here. It'd sure be nice to find a place to sleep.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, you've got this creepy thing that looks like there's a person under... I need to be very careful about how I move. Otherwise, we're going to trigger scares. Which, I mean, triggering them is fine, because they're going to go off. It's whether or not... Creepy fucking cherub. It's whether or not we let them affect us because we're moving at a given time. So we've got to be really, like, static with our movements. So I need to, like, move, pivot the mouse, then go. Pivot the mouse, then go.
Just a few creaky wooden floorboards. No reason to panic.
Okay, I gotta remember that E is, because the last game I was playing, E was not the light switch. Or E was not the interact. Left click was, so now I'm used to that being the case. I don't know if our sanity slowly tanks from being in the dark. I don't think it did in the original, but I could be wrong. That's the room with the bed, so that's the last place we want to go, if it's at all like the last game. Because you always return to the bed at the end of the night. So I'm trying to get in the habit of turn, move, turn, move, turn, move. That way your hand's not on the mouse, therefore you don't trigger the I was scared effect. I don't think we're going to even get any matches until later, because you're able to start lighting candles and such to illuminate areas, because unsurprisingly the power doesn't work. In the original one the power works, it was still a working house. This time, unless we can find a generator, I don't see the power working. I really don't. Not this time around. We're going to be relying a lot on the matches. So it was the second door, I believe.
Who says it's not a bed? That should be enough for tonight.
You say that now, dude. You say that now. I'm guessing shit's gonna be waking us up every hour if we're trying to survive the night. Short time later.
What was that?
Yeah, this place is fucking haunted, dude.
I'd better check what that was.
I don't know if this is gonna trigger anything. Certain things triggered stuff in the original. I don't know if any of that carries over. I don't know if any of that's gonna work differently. I legitimately don't know. So when I interact with shit, I'm gonna wait and see if anything happens. Just in case. Oh, that actually reflects this time. That is cool. There's our bag. I'm going to be moving very robotically on purpose. It helps retain sanity.
Was this door already open?
Nope. I also need to be very careful about stopping movement. Using this substance will increase your health. We have a way to heal this time. The clown's horn. Great. Oh, the cherubs are always staring right at you when you come around a corner. Their heads don't turn. That's just what it looks like. Because the angles you'll come in. So this is still technically hour 1, I'm guessing? I don't think we've hit hour 2. I could be wrong. I don't know if a short time later was literally, hey, it's an hour later. More batteries. Matches. We use them to light rooms. Candles don't last forever. Don't expect them to. Shit. Something triggered outside, my guy's already spooked. And I missed it, so I don't know what the hell we saw. Which sucks, because it's twofold.
You shouldn't have come here, Miles. Now you'll never leave this house again.
Comforting.
What the? No one knows that I'm here.
Someone does. So, like, if I wanted to avoid a scare, I would have had to have kept walking like this once I triggered it. The problem is, if I'm not looking the right direction, I'll miss the scare and get scared, which sucks.
Damn! The key is broken.
Well, I guess it's a good thing we didn't need it past this door, huh? So I might be holding my movement key and walking into walls, but I'm doing it on purpose. It's so my movement doesn't fuck up. Okay, so we got 9 matches. So flat out, from having played the first game, my movements will be erratic, and it's intentional. Oh great, there's creepy doll that teleports everywhere. Wonderful. We can only hold 10 matches, good to know. God, you're fucking creepy. Okay, we can hold 4, probably 5 total flashlight batteries.
There are many rumors surrounding the old house at the end of Pineview Drive. But the abyss, truth is even deeper.
We might as well use the matches. My personal thanks to each and every one of you for tuning in. You all are awesome viewers. Really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. It means a lot to me, and I do hope you enjoy it. You all take care of yourselves. If you want to see more of me, come to the video on the list, or stay tuned for more. Feel free to leave a comment below. Please remember to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. In the meantime, fare thee well, everyone.